And welcome back, you guys. It's been a long weekend. I did not get to recording Saturday. Happy Easter to all of you who celebrate over the weekend. I hope you got to spend some time with some family, eat some food, and just enjoy the beautiful weather outside. I'm, of course, back and on a new posting schedule. I'm hoping to post weekly. You'll get a video almost daily. Some days and weeks it may vary just depending on what happens. But today I'm going to do a special recording. I'm talking about the box office success of Project Hail Mary, which has been out for about 3 weeks ish, 3 full weeks almost at the box office, if you count its IMAX screenings that began just before it opened. So about 4 weeks, 3 weeks ish, depending on how you do math. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. I have a special guest with me today, so I'm going to let her go ahead and tell you a little bit about herself. Here's the mic.
Hi, I'm Jay's wife, and I love also watching movies. It's become our thing as dates ever since we started dating, and now that we're married, we love watching shows. I love watching some shows, rom-coms, of course, action, some thrillers. It depends on the intensity and stuff like that, but we just love watching a variety of shows. Um, and then I also love playing video games and such as
Just
Funko
giving the whole bio, huh?
Funko Fusion. It's one of my favorites. We also just got a Wii U, so that's been fun. We bust out some moves on Just Dance. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. Hope you guys use all that information and do realize that whether or not I actually dance is jury's still out. So today I'm talking about Project Hail Mary, as I talked about in the intro. So if you're looking to a point to skip to, it's right here. But I wanted to start out just with a little thought that I posted on IMDb and Letterboxd. Of course, make sure you guys go support me over there. This is the short review that I did, and then I'll get into more of the nitty gritty details on the more nerdy side of this film. I said, what if the weight of knowing falls entirely on you unequipped, alone, and completely untrained? Yet somehow you are the universe's last Hail Mary into the unknown. Ryan Gosling delivers a fantastic performance in this space epic. And the puppet work alongside the film balance of comedy and humanity makes this character development genuinely delightful. The visuals feel Oscar worthy, which I'm going to talk about Oscar predictions today for this film that I already have. And the tension is handled with precision throughout. I feel like it's never too much or too little. A strong balance of visuals and performance place this alongside films for me in the same neighborhood, maybe not same like quality level, but like Interstellar and The Martian. The Martian obviously is the same author as this book where it's originally adapted from, so that's exciting to know. And this film does stay true to its movie, to the roots of both film and the novel roots that it was adapted from, which I feel like is a terribly hard thing to balance. But it does stay pretty strict to those roots, and that's why I feel like this one is one of the best so far this week, or this year so far. currently sitting at number 2 at the box office. An awe-inspiring March and April success story as it continues on from Amazon MGM. A real redemption story. Obviously, I was not kind to Mercy. If you guys have seen that video, if not, and you just want to watch me tear into a film, that video link will be posted right here. So you guys can go check out my thoughts on Mercy, the other recent one from Amazon MGM that was, gosh, it was a bloodbath. But it's sitting currently at 30 million point 7 million, 30.7 million, second only to Mario Galaxy, which is in its opening weekend. So of course you're never gonna beat that hype.
Which show is at 30.7 million?
Project Hail Mary. It's second
Okay.
at the box office.
I just wanted to get clarification.
Yes. For all you playing along at home, Project Hail Mary is sitting at number 2, 30.7 million, heading into its final weeks, I'm sure. Probably get a digital release, I imagine, late April, early May. It may stick around for a long time. I mean, right now it's kind of a weak spring for movies. I mean, you have the drama and Mario Galaxy, but Reminders of Him is on its way out, and there's a couple of other ones that I don't know if I feel confident to comment on, but yeah. Any general thoughts that we'll hear from a more nerd like not as nerdy audience will be all belonging to my second on the video today. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably one of my favorites. Hail Mary was, as Jay was saying, I agree. It's along the same lines of genre as Interstellar. It's basically about this guy, as the trailer shows, that he is just a person from the general public. He's very humble, which I love about the character. Um, but also, it's one of those shows like it's about the earth is dying, or in this case, it's about the sun is dying. And I love this show because it's so beautiful. And I bet, and Jay will probably say this too, is that I bet it'll go up for an Oscar for, is it visual? What is that award?
Visual effects. So let's get into the nitty gritty. I mean, she kind of introed it well. Let's just talk about it. I mean, visually, I don't know if this one's going to have a lot of competition this year. We don't have a lot. I could see Odyssey. It's Christopher Nolan. It's going to get a nod. If it doesn't win Best Picture, I'd be surprised. It's Christopher Nolan. It could get Best Picture and Best visuals and stuff. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, and it's a couple months out. But visually, this one is up there for me with a lot of those space epics. I feel like this one will have the floor because we don't have Avatar this year. There could be a sleeper somewhere along the way throughout the year that could just come in and absolutely mop the floor with everybody else. I could see it happening. But this one for me is one of those ones like in the same neighborhood, visually, just color wise, and the way they use it on, as this one is, it was shot for, both big IMAX screens and small IMAX screens. Project Hail Mary had a strong opening weekend in that regard, pulling in 80.5 mil in North America, roughly 140 million globally, which is really doing well for a movie like this. IMAX screenings were a big contributor, about 28 mil came from IMAX worldwide. In North America alone, IMAX made upwards around 16.4, despite only being about 1% of the screens at the time. So that premium format really punched a good hole for Project Hail Mary to come in pretty solid. Um, but talking about sort of the subject matters, this is a global warming, Earth friendly, like Earth month or Earth Day type film that I feel like does a great job of not, over emphasizing the message too much, but also hitting home with some of the more important points. And it got about a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, which for a genre like this it's few and far between, with a mostly positive impact for critical and audience engagement. And book readers, like I heard in the theater, are mostly positive about the adaptation, which is extremely rare. So that's something I wanted to talk about. Just how much I heard people who had read the book, I did not personally, talking about the impact that this one had. So that brings me to my Oscar predictions for this one. This one instantly almost made my top 10 for this year, which is looking to be almost an easy win for this one to be number one or number two. Um, it could be, depending on how Dune and the Odyssey go, it could take number one and number two. It's hard because all three of my favorite directors are releasing this year. Denis Villeneuve is releasing Dune Part 3. Nolan is releasing The Odyssey, and Quentin Tarantino, along with David Fincher, is doing the Cliff Booth story on Netflix from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But this one could definitely will get in my top 10 this year at least, if not high placement. But Oscar predictions, I think Gosling deserves Best Male Lead for this one, just because, I mean, he does a good majority of the heavy lifting in this one, along with Best Visual Effects. I think definitely this is a home run for that category. I mean, I don't know. It could be that there's a sleeper that hasn't come out yet. It could be that Doomsday gets it, just because of the accomplishment of having that many people on screen. But that much CGI on, I don't know. I could get sidetracked. But anyway, I definitely think this one will be up there for best adapted screenplay, up against the Odyssey, Homer's Odyssey, which is obviously Christopher Nolan. Um, I think this one will battle it out for best adapted, along with sound design. I think this one will take probably visual effects and sound design. If I had to make a prediction, male lead could go to someone completely left field. Obviously, I haven't seen everything this year quite yet, so it's still an open predictions and draft class for that. But ultimately, I think this one will win for those ones, and this is a Oscar predictions I'm making early year, and this will be the first time, gosh, probably ever, that Amazon MGM will ever have a nominee if this one makes it in, and that's a big if because we all know the Academy is just. And do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, and I think this will probably be the first one if they do get into the Oscars for Amazon MGM, because we also saw Crime 101, you know, and but yeah, anyways, I do think Hail Mary will possibly get into the Oscars for a couple nominations at least. Um, but it's just a great film. If you guys love Interstellar or shows about um, like the Earth dying or just those last days on Earth type of shows, you'll love this one. Um, Especially if you like outer space shows, it's very beautiful. But also it's very like not really intense. Um, and so I could also see kids enjoying it as well, especially since he finds an alien and the alien helps him and it's his friend. And it also just takes you back to the important meanings of life as well when you see the Ryan Gosling interact with the alien. And I won't give any spoilers, so, but those are my other thoughts.
Why is it every time a movie like this releases, we have to have a Grogu? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you yet another Grogu.
Well, then we have two Grogu's this year.
We have, so let's talk about the puppet work. Um, I didn't know the puppet master for this one, but Rocky is really well done, well built, well performed. Obviously, getting the puppet master to voice him instead of getting somebody else to do the vocal work there was brilliant, and I'm glad that Gosling stood up for um, him there. I could see supporting for him. I don't know if he'll get into the category just because it's a voice, and usually cartoons and voiceovers don't get, but it could. And again, sound design, and some of the expressions of Rocky through music and through sound are very vibrant, and they definitely drive home a feeling through some of those alien language moments that Rocky has with Grace. And there are some emotional moments that they share just in silence that I think are like breathtaking, just really well done visually, which I feel like is the biggest thing for this movie. That's why I feel like visual effects will be it would make me very angry, honestly, if this one wasn't even nominated for visual effects. Um, but so that's gonna bring me to the end of this video. I encourage you guys to like, subscribe. We want to say shout out to the wife for appearing today. Thank you for coming by. You see her probably often throughout. She's a good friend to the channel, a loyal subscriber, and she watches all the videos.
Yeah.
Lies. Anyway, but anyways, speaking of catch ups, if you guys are looking, Avengers Doomsday, I have a binge watch video. Start now. You might be able to make it in time for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Don't feel like you have to watch Daredevil or anything to catch up before Spider-Man Brand New Day. Of course, let's see. This week we have Super Mario Galaxy. I'm hoping to go see that one this weekend. And then I have a couple of other videos coming out. Chester's going to drop back by this Thursday to talk about a movie. And then you guys will see this one as of today, Monday. Tomorrow is $2 Tuesday, and I'll always be talking about sequels. So tomorrow you'll see a video about Jurassic World Rebirth, and I'll get into kind of the nitty-gritty of that one. And just thank you guys again for always liking, subscribing, watching these videos. It means the world to me. I continue to hope to reach out to a larger community. I did put up 2 flyers in 2 separate places, one up at a gas station and one at a library. So that is some guerrilla type tape and tack promotion from my channel. Just get the word out. Like, subscribe, please. Comment, like, subscribe, please. Watch the videos. That's the most YouTuber thing I can say. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys get out to see Project Hail Mary. Let me know in the comments if you guys saw it, what you thought, if you hated it, if you loved it. The problem is you got to go see it to know. So I will see you at the movies.